Now, whether you've tried to learn before or this is your first time, learning an instrument, or any skill for that matter, can be intimidating. I think a lot of people underestimate their own ability and they overestimate what it takes to learn an instrument. And unfortunately, that is confirmed by the initial stages of learning an instrument. That initial hump is one of the most difficult parts. Sometimes it can be difficult even to get a clear note to ring out on guitar. And so I just wanted to make this video for anyone who feels like they were needing an outlet or like something was missing. And so one thing I want to get out of the way right away is there is no silver bullet. There's no easy answer. And you're also a human, so presumably. So you have, your own goals, your own drives, things that motivate you, right? And so one approach isn't going to work for every single person out there. For those of you that have maybe had a guitar teacher in the past or were learning in school, maybe that approach didn't work for you. And so you think, that's what learning guitar has to look like, or that's what it is, and you got discouraged. At a certain point, it was fun, the idea was fun, you were excited, you were motivated, you went out and bought a guitar, you got it, and then at some point, you meet the initial barriers and it's frustrating, and so I think the number one thing is finding out how you can make it fun for you. And one of the most helpful things, which not everyone's going to have access to, but if you do have someone else who's interested in learning an instrument, or even better, someone who already knows how to play the instrument that you're playing, that sense of community, that holding each other accountable, that sense of healthy competition can be huge starting out. Me and my friend both picked up guitar around the same time, and I remember coming together on the weekends, and over the week we would share what we had learned, and we were just so excited to share with each other the songs that we learned, and we were wanting to one-up each other almost, and it pushed us to get better, and it was a lot of fun. And hanging out with a friend, it's something that's fun, it's something that's light, it's something that I'm not trying to force, and so that social component, which is really what art and music is all about, at its core, really, it's about a shared experience, sharing your experience with others. It's a form of communication. If you are trying to do it all by yourself, maybe you try a different approach and bring someone else into your learning, so it's not such an isolated endeavor. Second thing. There was a second thing. Second thing. Oh, right. Other ways to make it fun. Learning songs by artists that you love was huge for me in the beginning. The simpler the better. Some people are into bands that play really complex music, so that might not be a realistic goal at first. But if you have a artist or band that has songs that are more simple on the instrument that you're playing, that I cannot stress enough how much that motivated me early on. My favorite band at the time, and I started playing was around 15. Uh, my favorite band was Nirvana, and I just remember to hear something that was, you know, even vaguely reminiscent of what I heard on the records coming out of my guitar amp. It was just a euphoric experience. It was just like, a revelation to feel like I was creating something that was so, familiar to what I had enjoyed so much. It showed me that that path was there and that it was, not nearly as inaccessible as I had, initially thought. And so that's huge. Playing along with songs that you love, learning the songs that you love, and, you know, seems like a no-brainer, but a lot of people get bogged down by learning technique and practicing scales, and they think they have to, get this extremely solid foundation before they even start branching out and like having fun with it, when nah, I mean, the best thing you can do is have fun right away. Like, make sure it's enjoyable, because you're not going to want to be practicing. It's going to feel like you're dragging your heels the whole time, just forcing yourself to practice. And that's not conducive to having a good time with it. And if you're looking to music for an outlet for, your emotions, or just as a source of fulfillment, then putting these rules and obligations on how you go about it, unrealistic expectations, it's it's not, it's not helpful. I won't lie. It can get frustrating. It's gonna be hard. There's gonna be times where you're just trying to do the thing and your hand does not want to do the thing. But having faith in that process and acknowledging how we learn things. Sometimes you just have to try to do it and fail, and you go to sleep, and one day you're able to do it. And that sounds like, a really dreary thing, but maybe you practice the thing that you can't do for a few minutes, and then you have fun with the other stuff that you can do, and eventually you can do the thing that you couldn't do before. I know, are really profound. We learn things, but the other component is just, getting discouraged. And online I see a lot of, say there's a video of a really talented guitar player, and often the top comment will be something along the lines of, this guy makes me want to quit guitar, or, he's only 10 and he's, far better than I am, and that sort of comparison, upward or downward, is just not helpful. I feel like it's almost discounting the kid sometimes, even if he's 10 or 12 and absolutely, shredding these insanely fast riffs and licks. Like, he's definitely put in years of work to get to that point, and that you could theoretically get to this same result, putting in the same amount of time. So those people weren't born knowing how to play guitar, you know? And there are some people that are just insanely talented, but I think the most important thing is just a desire to play, the passion to play. If it's something that you want so bad, and maybe you've tried before, or you're thinking about trying and you just feel stuck, you know, it's a matter of transmuting that frustration is really it's just energy that you can redirect towards actually meeting your goals. And I'm editing the video now, and I wanted to clarify what I wanted to get across here. I think if you're feeling frustrated, part of the reason you feel frustrated is because of how much you want to be able to do the thing that you're trying to do. So when you're feeling that way, you know, trying not to beat yourself up or let it, you know, inform any type of decision you make about going forward, or what it means that you're someone who can't do it. Yeah, just some thoughts I had. Frustration is normal. I always wanted to make music, and you know, I'd be humming tunes, and I never had an outlet, and I always craved it. I just thought that was not for me. And so being on the other side of it, I just really want to express to people that they can do it. You know, a lot of people underestimate themselves or make excuses for themselves, like they're, you know, tone deaf, or they just aren't the musical type. But if you love and appreciate music, then I think you're capable of playing it. It's just a matter of practice, really. So yeah, I think if you're having a lot of trouble with it, you know, you have to pay attention to the thoughts and feelings that are coming up around it. Um, Try and find a way to recontextualize it, or I mean, that's easier said than done, but consider the beliefs you have around learning guitar or any instrument or any skill. Do you believe that it has to be something that is really frustrating and difficult? Because it can become a joyful thing, and it can come more easily than I think many people often believe. As for the more practical side of how I learned guitar, um, YouTube, YouTube tutorials, people like Marty Music, Papa Stash, Guitar Lessons 365, stuff like that. But especially Marty Music, he has a lot of really good tutorials for beginners. Yeah, just giving it time, you'll be amazed where you are in a year if you're practicing even semi-consistently. Um, you know, just strike when the iron's hot. When you feel like you could pick it up, and you know, see where it goes, and it can very quickly just turn into this really amazing and positive, beautiful thing in your life. Especially around the time that I first started, and I was very, very depressed, and um, I mean, it just kept me going at different points. Just this dream of making music and you know, content creation, you know, sharing that part of myself with others and with the world, and just the joy that I got just in my room, just doing it to myself. And it's such a joyful experience to feel yourself grow in that way, and learn a skill, especially something like music. If you're an artistic person, if you're someone who needs that, you know, medium of expression beyond just talking, often words fail. The most important thing is just, you know, you want to make it fun, but sometimes it won't be fun, and you don't want to get caught up in how unfun it's becoming, and how come I can't have fun with it, and why is it not coming so easily. It's just about how you approach it. You just want to lower pressure when you can. Just be seeking out the fun. That should be your mindset, your approach. That doesn't mean that it's not going to be frustrating, or that it's not okay that it's frustrating. Trying to do things that you don't know how to do, pushing yourself, that's frustrating. That's often what leads to learning. But just my thoughts on that. Some So that's the video. I hope this reaches who it needs to. I hope this was helpful to someone. I worry that I said a lot of words and didn't say much at all. I worry that I didn't say everything that I wanted to say on the topic, but I could always make another video, I suppose. But yeah, I think this video was important for me to make for several reasons. I feel like I'm talking to my younger self. I feel like I'm talking to my current self, who's learning how to make YouTube videos. And I gotta say, it was a lot more labor intensive than I expected, so I definitely have a much greater appreciation for all the YouTubers that I love and watch, and all these lunatics making several hour-long videos. But I also now feel the struggle of trying to condense everything you'd want to say into something that's digestible. So yeah, let me know if this was helpful, if, you know, if you'd want to see more videos from me, you know, leave a nice comment if you have something nice to say. Leave a constructive comment if you have something constructive to say. And I plan on making more videos about art, depression, maybe, if I feel the need to. I try not to let it be something that, you know, defines myself and everything, like, but it is a important part of my experience and has heavily impacted my life and the lens through which I view the world. But yeah, hope this was helpful. And stay safe. What's up?